Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with little guardsman. Okay, we're battling. Let's battle. Yay! The garrison station at the Spoil's secret western food depot successfully repelled the invading Petrardian forces. The Spoil's reserved food stores are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. So, like, it's a good job we sent that dude, and, like, Lil's father is probably somewhere around there. Bosco's repressed feelings and lifetime of compensating at the gym led him to fight impressively on the battlefield, inspiring all around him. I'm glad we chose Bosco to go, and not Glorianne or Elmer. Elmer John went home and talked things over with Glorianne. They called the engagement back on and got married soon after. He's gonna come back and be like, what? What's going on?
Leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
What is it giving? Red wedding? Okay, we're gonna get on with the day. Back to the gate we go.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Oh, I didn't see that. Let's see what it says.
Dear Lil, thanks for writing back. Your letter really made my day. Hearing you and everyone back home are doing so well made me sleep easy. So easy, in fact, that I missed the morning bugle and was late for roll call.
Oh, no.
Boy, was I in trouble. And because I wasn't there, I got stuck with mechanic duty for the next big battle. They say this time it'll be fought in the air, and it's my job to help repair the planes. Don't tell anyone, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But your grandfather on your mother's side was a master mechanic, and I'll always remember the words he said to me on my wedding day. If your wife doesn't find you handsome, she better find you handy. So I guess if I investigate each aircraft that comes my way, I'm sure I'll find something to fix, and then help win the battle. Thanks, Granddad. That goes for you too. If you draft any would-be airmen, make sure there isn't anything on their end that needs fixing first.
Okay, so we need to remember that, because I feel like that's written in bold and that's going to be important for this chapter. So we have to make sure there's nothing that needs fixing on their end first.
Anyways, I better go. Draw me a line again, will ya? But this time, maybe don't write such good news. If I get in trouble one more time, who knows what'll happen?
I thought we were doing
Sincerely,
it to be nice.
Dad.
I'm so glad he's okay. I'll write him another letter tonight.
I feel like tonight we should definitely give him, like, an honest thing of how everything's going. What's the royal writ today? My spies have informed me that there is increasing dissatisfaction. I don't know why, there's certain words I look at and I'm like, what? Fostering dissent within the enemy's inner circle. Do with that information what you will. In addition to the forces that were drafted, the outcome of the last battle was also due to the state of our equipment. Pay extra attention to what our men, women and creatures are marching into battle with. Although their proposal for addressing our little food shortage problem was rushed through council without less scrutiny or approval, please extend my associate from Catering Corp every possible courtesy, and don't trouble yourself too terribly with the nature of the plan. Nothing to see here, as they say. Guardsman Randy has been brought out of forced retirement to supervise our food stores. Welcome back, Randy. I may have stolen a deck of tarot cards off an old wandering nomad type one. So far, everything I've predicted has come true. Now the old bag yelled something about a curse if the cards were overused. as I was running away, but I'm sure it's nothing. Look at me, I'm batting 1000. I've got all the answers. Call me now. Malcolm, fortune teller to the stars. I feel like we have to be cautious when we call Malcolm then. Okie dokie. Let's get these all filled up. And let's begin.
Oh, unhand me, you fools! I must be granted entry immediately!
Oh no, it's the guy we stole the bugle off and then we sold the bugle.
Hear ye, hear ye! I have come to relay the terms of the immediate and unconditional surrender of the sprawl to the Kingdom of Petrod, as dictated by His Royal Highness, Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrod!
I don't think we're going to surrender to you just because
Prince
we didn't
Phineas,
pick you.
son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of Queen Talia, daughter of King Salvatore, son of Queen Fedabel.
Yes, I know who he is. Remember? I told the princess not to marry him, and I'm feeling better about that choice by the second.
I want to use the truth spray. Let's talk to him first.
Let me in, peasant, Princess Desdemona.
Peasant? Wow, I didn't realize you were royalty.
Well, I'm not.
So that means you are also a peasant, right?
You tell him, Lil.
And it's Queen Desdemona now, so put some respect on her name.
Very well. Let me in, person of equal social standing. Queen Desdemona will want to hear what I have to say.
This guy comes from a hostile enemy nation. I'm not sure I'm buying what he's selling.
Exactly, Lil. I'm not buying what he's selling.
I don't think you were talking to me, but you're wrong. I'm selling the straight goods.
I'm gonna truth spray him. I don't trust him.
It is my intention to divulge the top secret battle plans I have been made privy to the Queen in exchange for food for my people. We are starving, and if the sprawl can help us, I will be sure to help you end this conflict to the best of my abilities.
I feel like we should accept him, but I'm gonna ring Ash and see what she says first.
Terms of immediate and unconditional surrender, is it? Let them in, but make sure you know exactly what is on their mind. You know what they say, keep your enemies close, and your friends so close you're practically kissing.
I don't think that's the right phrase, Ash, but okay.
Is that what they say?
Sure is, and I should know. I have a lot of friends.
With that philosophy, I'm not surprised.
Okay, we are gonna... I still don't trust you. Okay.
Thank you. Hopefully this exchange of food for information will help put an end to this bloody war.
Well, let's hope so, but like... Sure, Lil... I know said, you know, don't marry the prince, but like, I mean... You nearly went full red wedding on the wedding. So like, you're kinda to blame. Having heard their true intentions, you let them in. Now it's up to the Queen and other people above your pay grade. That it sure is. Okay.
Ahoy, child manning the gate.
Ahoy! Adult in a basket?
Are they in a hot air balloon?
Ha ha! I like your spirit. I am here to enlist in Her Majesty's Air Force.
Okay. Let's talk a little
Once
more to
inflated,
him.
my grand contraption shall sail high above the clouds. First, I will destroy the enemy air force, and then it will take me no time at all to traverse the entire world at that altitude.
I don't know. I'm gonna trust
Wow,
him.
that sounds so cool. Traverse the entire world? In what exactly?
Why, it's a balloon, of course. When inflated to almost bursting, this ball will carry me up into the sky, keeping myself inside this wicker basket aloft. Simple science.
Wow.
I kind of want to. I'm gonna keep questioning him
I
a bit.
first read about the floating ball machine in a book about a chap going around the world in 80 days. Julie Goblin Vernon, I think his name was. This was many years ago, mind you, so I figure doing the same in 79 days should be a piece of cake. A new record, I'd wager.
You know what? He seems like a good person.
Of course, all that depends on whether or not you help win the upcoming air battle first, right?
Obviously. That is definitely my top priority.
Convinced me.
I think I'm gonna ring Striker and just see what she says.
He doesn't seem like the type to win us an air battle. Seems more like the adventure tourism wannabe type. Then again, beggars can't be choosers. If you can guarantee that his hot air ball will function properly, draft him. Otherwise, this is not Royal Air Force material.
I think, because I know how a hot air balloon functions, you need fire to make it go, so can I not give it to him? I feel like I've made a mistake here. I'm gonna use that. Okay, instead of questioning him again, I'm gonna call Malcolm because he has the cards.
Ah, let me consult the tarot deck for you. I've pulled the Sun card. Just like the Tale of Icarus, this clown may fly too close to it and burn up. But don't forget the lesser-known tale of Icarus's brother Freddy, who flew an appropriate distance from the sun using a basket, a sheet, and a blowtorch. Now this guy's stinky lighter won't do the trick, so if you have a blowtorch handy, give it to him and draft him.
This is my heat source. Fire. You see, when I fill the balloon with hot air, it goes up. Boom. Science.
We had that blowtorch offered to us for a reason. And I'm glad I took it because I'm going to give it to him.
You can't just say, boom, science, and expect it to work. Do you actually think that tiny lighter is going to be strong enough to inflate a balloon that big?
At least we know the insane Disney princess wannabe had, well, the lover of fire had a useful instrument for the war.
Yes? Why? Do you have something more suitable?
Give him the blowtorch.
Here,
Give him
take
it.
this. I swiped it from a doe-eyed singing psychopath.
Huzzah! Thank you, child. With this, I could sail the world in perhaps even 76 days, give or take.
Okay, well, we've solved your problem. we're gonna draft you. Don't let the sprawl down. Please.
Tally-ho! Now I'll show those smug bastards at the Royal Academy Club who doubted me. With this powerful new heat source, I shall sail high into the sky and into destiny itself. Bon voyage!
Enjoy the battle.
Okay.
Hey, I remember you.
Hey, he was the guy
Really?
who wasn't happy.
Most people don't. Regardless, I am here today on behalf of Catering Corp regarding our services and food management. We are prepared to oversee the appropriate distribution of the Sprawl's food rations up until the time when this war is resolved in favor of either side.
Very heroic of you to volunteer aid.
The proposed services rendered come with a detailed budget and a projected ROI.
What's an ROI?
Less heroic.
Okay, let's talk to him a bit more.
It has come to our attention that the food rations are being severely mismanaged. If this trend is allowed to continue, the Sprawl will be completely out of food in a week.
Are you sure your numbers are correct?
I was going to say, because we've just won the thing of food sources. We've got the underground tunnel, so we've got
Of course our
plenty
numbers
of
are correct.
food.
All we do is numbers. We eat, sleep, and breathe numbers.
There's something off.
Honestly, lately, I've never eaten so well in my life.
That's exactly what the problem is. Children should not be eating well, or at all if we can help it.
I'm sorry. I don't trust him. I know I'm only gonna have one left, but why do I... I don't trust him. I'm gonna use truth spray.
I feel compelled to verbally dictate Catering Corp's food rationing plan. Item 1. All individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms will be allowed a single 14.7 gram ration of Soylent Beige nutrient bars per day. Item 2. Anyone below 71.6 kilograms will be restricted to food scraps and/or edible waste, either begged or foraged. Item 3. Individuals below 71.6 kilograms who succumb to hunger will be collected and repurposed into said Soylent Beige nutrient bars in order to sufficiently feed the remaining individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms. So concludes Catering Corp's extremely efficient plan to solve the Sprawl's extreme food shortage crisis.
Collected and repurposed into Soylent Beige nutrient bars? Oh my god! I've got to tell everybody! Soylent Beige is people!
Not just people, it could be goblins or ogres as well.
I'm gonna call Ash on this one. That seems like a problem.
Oh, goody. I've been expecting the Catering Corp to arrive with a plan to aid us with the food shortage crisis. It's said to be a good, solid plan, and a little more. And that's all I need to hear. Let him in at once so we can begin to address this population growth problem once and for all.
I thought it was a food ration problem.
Tomato, tomato.
Okay, well, she was no help. You're not coming in. I'm not becoming, No. Absolutely not. You're not coming in. We're not letting our friends become food. Friends and people
I'm not
and
gonna let you in to
ogres
turn
and
our people
trolls
into
are
food.
friends, not food.
But what about,
No!
again, not exclusively people? We're open to all creatures.
Just no.
And if Queen Desdemona has anything to say, we'll be saying, do you want to eat people? Because I don't. You discovered Catering Corp's nefarious plans and stopped it in its tracks. I mean, people are still starving, but 4-star? It's a double-edged sword that on the one hand you've got people starving, on the other...
What's the holdup? I figured most of you Guardian Defender types would be out fighting on the front lines. Let's move it along. I got a Goblin Ball match to set up.
And And you are?
Albert St. Lush, manager of the Sprawl Brawlers.
Okay. Let's see what else he has to
I
say.
didn't think any more home games were being played this season. You know, because of the siege of the Sprawl, the threat of invasion, and the ongoing war that could destroy us all.
Exactly, Lil. We don't need... Okay, I was about to say we don't need it, but like at the same time, like entertainment could be good. You know?
Yeah. Let me in and I'll make sure we get one last game.
I don't, because the last time we went there, they were literally like, there are no games being played because of the war.
You sound very confident about that.
What's not to be confident about? I'm a Goblin Ball manager. I've been managing Goblin Ball since you was in diapers. Besides, I've got a plan how we can get a game going.
Okay, I've gotta know. How are you gonna field a team for a Goblin Ball match?
I was gonna say, because I have a feeling most of our players have been sent off to war.
Most of the choice players from the Sprawl Brawlers are out fighting on the front, protecting the innocent, blah, blah, blah.
All I can think of is Hotel Transylvania, where Jack is going, I don't go, blah, blah, blah.
My plan is grab the best looking prospects from whoever we've got defending the walls, load them up with, how do I say, confidence, and put the team together. Easy peasy.
Are you drugging your players? I don't...
You think that the best of the rest from the Sprawl could really go toe-to-toe with a proper Goblin Ball team?
Absolutely. And just between you and me, I think there's a chance we may have the better team. Wink.
You didn't actually wink, you know. You just yelled the word wink.
Or
Love
did
it.
I? Wink.
Yeah, you did. Twice.
Do we use one of these? I don't want Malcolm to overuse the cards, because there it said about it being cursed. We're going to question him one more time and
I'll
just
give
see what he
you the
does.
inside dope. It's funny in a second. Check these out. So long as the players don't ask any questions about what they're getting, it's totally legit. The secret ingredient is pure basilisk venom. What? You think those on the Milton Marauders ain't doping? You're crazy.
I am going to confiscate that.
Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna win with these bombs now.
Yeah, you absolutely are not coming in.
Look, can I level with you? I know this will weaken our defenses, but the Sprawl really needs this right now. I really need this right now. And you could probably use this envelope full of gold I've conveniently left for you right there out in the open.
No, goodbye. I don't trust you.
You never did like Goblin Ball, did you?
Honestly, not really. But my dad sure does.
Well, he's probably very disappointed in you right now. Good day.
I wouldn't know, he's trying to fix planes, or whatever we have. It was absolutely the right thing for the Sprawls spread thin resources, but now there won't be a Goblin Ball game. And where's the fun in that? You will not be able to visit the arena. Oh no! Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Echo!
Hey! It's Green Gandalf.
Echo!
Oh my god, what a lame joke.
What is?
That your name is Echo and...
Echo!
I love this guy. Okay, let's talk to him.
What do you want, Echo? And don't you dare say Echo again.
All right, little sister. Chill out.
What are you doing here?
The Mages Guild are all gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
When was the last time the Mages Guild met together like this?
That is the main thing I was curious
The
about.
last time was the only time. It was the founding of the Mages Guild itself. Before that, we were divided into factions, gathering with other mages who shared our sense and sensibilities.
Jane Goblin Austen. Yeah, I'm a reader.
I love that. Okay, I'm just going to interrogate
The reason
him because I
founded the
don't
Mages
have a
Guild
reason.
was so that we wouldn't have
not
to
to
all
trust
gather
him.
together this way. It was a set of guiding principles that all mages would adhere to. So if you knew a mage, you knew what to expect. Kept people from fearing us. Now it looks like some mages want people to fear us. It won't end well.
Haven't we got that? They were on about
That
like
sounds to me
the
like
dark
a good
mages,
thing.
like the
Set
evil
of governing rules to make sure people
magic
feel safe.
mages.
Am I wrong?
I don't think you are, but darker forces in the guild sure do. They think the rules are too strict. They want to use magic to control people and eventually the whole kingdom.
Why am I just having flashbacks, maybe foreshadowing? In one of the previous episodes, we had it where we've got our 3,000 Majiggy, and that mage was like, well, we want it to study. Do you? And the Desdemona was like, do you think it's too dangerous? And we said yes. And the mages want all the power crystals. Do they want all the power crystals, or is it just him?
If we don't stop them, there could be a rift in the guild itself with mages on both sides. It's getting pretty hairy.
I want to see what else he has to say, just to see if there's
These
anything
power
else.
crystals are what changed things. Back in my prime, a mage might see one power crystal in a lifetime, and even then it might not be a particularly powerful one. What they're pulling out of that dig site could open the door to worlds of possibilities, and not necessarily good ones.
I wouldn't normally say this, but I trust you. I have a power crystal here. It's in a machine called the Chronometer 3.
The Chronometer 3000?
Ooh.
How did you...
For years they've been tinkering with power crystals trying to make a chronometer. Oh, this is pretty spooky stuff. Be careful, Lilith. Too much messing with space and time can rewrite the whole world.
We're gonna let him in. I feel like he's given Lil some good advice there.
Thanks, Lil. I better get to the Mages Guild. But first, I may stop by the Twisted Sister and grab some grub. Man, have I got a case of the munchies. Rock on, little buddy.
He was here on official guild business. Sure, he's a stoner windbag, but he's good people. I'm sorry, what is that? Is that a dragon?
Whoa! Stand down, Peaches. It's all right. I'm here for the draft. Well, me and Peaches.
Okay. I think this is the only other time I'm gonna have Malcolm read the cards for us.
Let's see what the cards have to say. The Serpent, shocker. The thing you should know about dragons is they hate the sound of high-pitched whistles. I know this because I grew up in a town next to a dragon's cave, and let's just say my third-grade Piccolo recital was memorable. You get that little dragon rider a bullwhip. Dragons need a firm hand to guide them. They like it. Give her a whip and let her fight for Team Sprawl.
You can communicate with...
Peaches, Uh-huh. She's really good at taking direction. Sometimes. I'm still getting the hang of it.
Do you know what? I trust her.
That is so awesome.
She only looks like the same age as us, and like she's got a whole ass dragon.
Yeah, you get used to it. It comes with the territory when you're a dragon rider.
Oh my god, can I be you?
Okay. I know it's bad of me, but I feel like we're gonna give her the bullwhip.
Hey, did you hear that? Peaches really responded well to the crack of the whip. If I had time, I'd try to find one of my own. Thanks for the demo.
You know what? Take ours.
This whip is only occasionally useful to me. Take it. I have a feeling Peaches will respond to it.
Wow, thanks. I feel much better with this.
Lil will receive a replacement bullwhip in her next shift. That's fine then. Okay, well, you're gonna go fight for the sprawl.
Alright, kid. I think you'll be a welcome addition to the Sprawl's forces.
I don't think they're gonna expect us to have a dragon.
Really?
Absolutely. It's something about your character, your moxie, your...
I like Peaches.
giant intimidating dragon.
I love that.
And with this handy new whip you've given me, I'll be sure to send those bad guys running.
Save the whip for the dragon, kid. Have fun in the war.
Attention! Second Lieutenant Wilbur Caboose Orville reporting for duty.
Are you talking to me?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Why has
I
he
have
just
come
got
from
his...
the training grounds at the GLA with the finest triplane that Goblin Engineering has to offer, and I am reporting for duty to join Her Majesty's Royal Air Force.
Why is Caboose just not facing
Is that
us?
your plane?
Yes, ma'am, indeed it is. A SOP with Gobbo of primo make and model. As I said, the finest that Goblin Engineering has to offer. Would you like to know her name?
Tell me her name.
What's her name?
I call her the Green Baron.
Oh, the Green Baron. You're a goblin, you're green, and... Oh. Okay. Little history ramble. If I know some people are actually gonna know who the Red Baron is, but the Red Baron was a pilot for Germany in World War One, he was a really well-known pilot fighter in the First World War, and he ended up getting shot down eventually, but like he took out so many of the Allied forces, so like for like our side. I say our side because I was like England, France. You know, I love the play on words.
Huh. I don't know much about planes, but I know what I like, and I like it.
Ha ha, bully.
I kind of want to just, because our dad, Lil's dad was like, make sure there's nothing wrong with the planes or anything if they have one. So we're just gonna like x-ray to make sure everything's like... Is that a B word?
Ah yes, that is the finishing touch. Julian down at the GLA equipped the plane with it this morning. I don't think he was an engineer, just an enthusiastic volunteer. She's a large bomb we call the Inside the Park Home Run.
It looks really heavy. How does the plane fly with that?
Well, I haven't tried flying with it yet, just taxiing along the runway at a sensible speed. But there's plenty of space for it to roll around back there, with all those loose tanks of fuel and barrels of gunpowder.
No. No, I'm taking that from you. That is a bad idea.
There's no way I'm letting you in with this. I wouldn't want you to roller through the streets with this inside the park home run in case you end up inside the park and kablooey.
Exactly. Okay, we're gonna draft you because we've sorted the prior issue out with the plane. Good luck.
All right, Second Lieutenant.
Green
Head
Baron.
in and report for duty.
But the bomb! How can I help win the war without my bomb?
Trust me, I think it would have done more harm than good.
That was the point!
I'm really sorry,
Just
but
keep your
no.
eyes on the skies, flyboy.
Ooh, let's answer the phone.
Go
Who's
for Lil.
calling?
Lil, Chuck here. I need you to get your butt down to the Goblin Liberation Army headquarters as soon as you can.
What's up, Chuck?
My wife, the princess, queen, still not used to that. She has me deploying various non-human agents, groups, and creatures to help with the war effort. And we've discovered a mole. Like a mole. Not like a mole person. Well, I guess it could be a mole person. We're really not sure at this point. Can you come down to the GLA headquarters and help me sort this out?
We absolutely can.
I'll be there as soon as I'm done my shift.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sure you can help us identify the traitor in our midst.
I'm really hoping we can.
Sounds like something I'd be expected to do.
Well, that's our shift ended for the day. I think we all got 4 stars on all of them, so little extra money. We read all them. We'll continue. So we need to go to the GLA and figure out the mole. I love how in our inventory we've just got like a giant B-O-M-B, because I don't think you can say that on YouTube.
Are you ready to help us whack a mole?
What's the scoop so far?
Yesterday, we captured an enemy spy who confessed that they were meeting with their informant, who is part of the GLA. But before we could get a name out of them, the spy chomped down on a poisoned tooth. We've gathered 6 suspects. One of them is definitely the traitor, but so far they're all sticking to their stories.
Couldn't you just get a mage to put a spell on them? Or better yet, I could go get some truth spray from the shed and be done with this in a flash.
Good thinking. But the guilty party could have built up a tolerance to truth sprays, or be in league with a corrupted wizard from the guild. Your deduction skills are the only method we can truly trust. Think you can help us out?
Oh, absolutely we can. Let's go
I have done this once
question
before,
them.
but it was a low-stakes situation with my little friends. I guess I'll see what I can figure out.
You can interact with each of them twice. They'll just repeat their stories after that. See if you can detect any inconsistencies about their whereabouts last night, and catch them at a lie.
I'm hoping we can do this. Oh, so it could be any of these. Okay, let's have a talk with them all.
Last night, I was here with Chuck organizing flyers for the war rally. You can ask him yourself, but if you're looking for a mole, look to my left. They're literally a mole. What more could you ask for?
I want to do it again.
Chuck will vouch for me. I was here. I've got Brawler Seasons tickets, so some nights I'm at the arena, but last night they were playing out of town. As to who the traitor is, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't overthink it. They're a freaking mole person. You're looking for a mole! Come on!
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right. Have you ever met a troll you liked or even trusted? Something seems fishy about his story, if you have.
There was no game on last night.
I told you, I was at the Goblin Ball Arena last night. I live around the corner from the stadium, so after the match I went straight home, no funny business. I'd ask that elf. Hard to trust those uptight, pointy-eared snobs.
I am going to question all the others.
Listen, I know everyone's gonna think it was me because I'm a literal mole. But last night I was at a bar in Little Ogre Town watching the Goblin Ball game, I swear. I never miss a game, even when they're out of town, like they were last night.
So there was a game, but they were out of town.
I honestly have no idea who the traitor is, but all I know is that it's not me. Ask anyone who works at the bar in Little Ogre Town. They'll remember me. I'm a really bad tipper.
I'm going to question all the others still.
I was at a friend's
very drawn
house.
to him.
A friend who was out of town. I was at their house while they were out of town. They asked me to water their plants while they were out of town. It's the truth.
Let's see if you
It was... All right, fine, you caught me. I didn't go to a friend's house to water their plants. I was out on a date with a human I met last week. Guess I still feel weird talking about it, but the date went great.
I'm gonna do the elf.
I was quietly meditating in my chambers last eve. The degrading acts of skulking in shadows you're picturing are obviously more in line with a creature half the honor of an elf. Someone like a halfling, perhaps? They're half the size, therefore they're half as trustworthy. Stop wasting everyone's time, and accuse that suspicious-looking halfling already.
Listen here, you Legolas wannabe person. Don't you judge the halflings.
Last night I was attending my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's birthday party. It was quiet down by the Goblin Bowl arena, with it being an away game and all, so I didn't see anyone on my way home. I don't know why anyone would suspect me. I have a leftover apple tart in my freezer to prove it.
Them two have literally just completely disregarded his story. I'm gonna get the second part.
I'll confess, I don't actually have any leftover apple tart in my freezer because I ate it on the way home. My sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's mother is a professional cook and I couldn't resist. You should lock her up for the crime of making irresistible desserts.
We're gonna finally question
So,
Chuck.
Lil, who is it? Who is the traitor?
Oh, I've decided.
I think it was...
It's not them, because they said they helped Chuck out because there was no game. They didn't see anyone. They watched the game. It's gotta be you. Yes.
The Cyclops.
What? Why me?
Because you claimed you went to the Goblin Ball match last night, but the Brawlers played an away game. You're clearly lying.
Very clever, little girl, but it's no matter. You and your kingdom will burn, and out of the ashes a new glorious nation shall be born.
Take them away, Carl.
Good work, Lil. We couldn't have done it without you. We'll make sure they're properly punished for their crimes.
Oh, just one more thing before I go.
Yes?
I love that.
I got nothing. I just always wanted to say that.
Okay, well, let's get home. Let's go to Garby's. I kind of don't want to sell anything in my inventory, but we are going to have to get some upgrades. I want to get an upgrade for one of our pieces.
Lil, how are you holding up?
Not too many game overs today, Garbs.
I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe I've got something for it.
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I don't have enough to upgrade. I'll get some more power crystals. Okay. Let's go in.
Oh, hi, Lil. Back home after a long day's work?
You know it.
What a laugh. You, a working stiff.
It's a riot. Hey, Arda, you got a pen and paper? I want to send my dad another letter.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This time, I really want to cheer Dad up. What kind of joke should I tell him?
We'll write a good joke. Yes, I'm sure. Just write
that
it
should
away.
put a smile on his face. Thanks, Arda. Can you send it for me?
My pleasure. I know how much your dad loves to hear from you.
Okay, can we talk to them a little more?
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Hey, Echo's here. Let's go talk to Echo. There we go.
The Mages Guild is gathering in the Sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts.
When was that?
The last time was the only time. It was the
Jane Goblin Austin. Yeah.
No.
Thanks for the chat.
Anytime, little buddy.
We're just gonna get a repeat of what is it?
Oh, this is so weird, being out with you. Anybody could see.
Aw, honey. It's what's on the inside that matters. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with you.
Embarrassed to be seen with me? I'm worried someone's going to see me with a human and tell my mother.
Oh, brother.
Him too.
Oh, I just feel bad. Okay, well, there's not much else we can do. So, let's get going to bed.
I think I've done everything I need to do.
Hit the hay. Okay. The Petrardian envoy, Fenton Harcourt III, delivered his message to the palace and defected to the Sprawl to live out his days. Man and shot that prepared bugles and any other brass instruments require a pursued... whatever that says. He couldn't be happier in his new adopted home. I mean, to be fair, the prince and the other people did kind of treat you badly, so I don't blame you. The Queen was able to use the top secret battle plans to shore the Sprawl's defences, which made a huge difference, at least for a few days. Having been denied entry into the Sprawl, the catering corp rep went back to corporate headquarters with a surplus of the food supplement bar known as Solvent Beige. While the catering corp execs were pleased by the loss of this contract, they also weren't surprised. Solvent Beige hadn't been selling like it used to, not since the FDA made it mandatory to display the ingredient list on all packaging. Was it the artificial flavouring and colouring, the MSG? No, it was the main ingredient, human flesh. Catering Corp would have to deploy their best marketing wizards to spin a new angle on this. I'm glad we didn't hire them for the wedding. Denied his planned big comeback Goblin Ball game, Albert St. Lush wasn't able to convince a single pro team to hire him as their manager, so he set his sights lower and went on to coach at the minor league level. until a doping scandal got him fired from that job too. He repeated this process for the teams in AAA, AA, Single A, etc., until he finally wound up coaching a Little League Goblin Ball team, the Sproles Sprouts, for children 12 and under. They were some of the most suspiciously large 12th graders you ever saw. They swept the season. Echo arrived at the Guildhall just in time to speak out against Tyronius and his plan to demand greatly increased power for the mages from the Queen. Ooh. Echo successfully argued that the guild should use its power to support the city council and guard corps and help the people the war was hurting instead. Due to Echo's timely intervention, Tyronius did not get the 2/3 majority vote that he needed. Am I glad we let him in? He and his followers loudly insisted that the election was stolen, and Tyronius vowed to use his own power to stop this war by any means necessary. His people formed a radical group that dubbed itself the Freedom Caucus, and they soon vacated the Guildhall in a huff. I feel like that's going to come to bite us in the butt. Echo breathed a sigh of relief at a job well done. He took a trip to his favourite haunt, the Sproles' premier bowling alley, Pinheads. It was a pretty righteous way to end the day. Correctly identified as being the traitor, the guilty Cyclops was loaded into a catapult and flung at a brick wall the next morning. There was much rejoicing. The Sproul and its secrets were now safe thanks to your masterful detective work. Oh look, we have another battle. Two battles. So it's a good job we sent them free. It looks like we did a good job. As the dawn sun rose, it was clear that the Sproul had triumphed. The smoke slowly cleared from the patch of sky where the battle between the clouds had been fought. It was later said that one of the clouds was shaped like a short giraffe and the other one like a bowl of fruit. Using the blowtorch you gave him, Professor Fogg inflated his contraption and rose high into the sky. From his basket he wrought havoc upon the enemy, even flinging his number twos at enemy vessels from above. The aging academic patted himself on the back for a job well done. The little Primaris dragon rider, commanding her dragon Peaches, using the bullwhip belonged her, burned through the enemy's defences. When they got home from the battle, her father was so proud he vowed right then and there to leave her in charge more often, so he could continue to go down to the pub and bet on Goblin Bowl. Hey! You and Lil are so alike! Unencumbered by the inside the park home run bomb, Wilbur Caboose Orville performed impressive pilot in the Green Baron. In fact, he made an impressive 8 kills single-handedly and was awarded the Golden Wings, the highest honour for a Sproul aviator, and was the first goblin to receive the prestigious award. I love that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be sad when we finish this game because I love playing it. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.